Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Songwriters from Here and Away, the show that features songwriters from Atlantic Canada, across Canada, and around the world. Hello, my name's Robert Campbell. Thanks for tuning in. This week we have Freya Milliken. She came into Halifax to record at the stage at St. Andrews, part of the Rising Tide Festival. Rising Tide happens once a month on a Monday. Check it out if you're in the Halifax region. The host for the show is Leona Berkey, and she has many artists coming in right through to the summertime of 2024. I'll let Leona do the intro. Here we go.
Freya Milliken with Ruben Gilbert and Tyler McDonald. And here they are. Welcome to Rising Tide.
How's everybody doing? Really good. It's so nice to see a lot of familiar faces in the audience, lots of good friends. Also some really good friends with me on stage here, and really grateful to be here. We're going to start off with my most recent release called Tumbleweeds. It's not Tumbleweeds, it's Wholeheartedly, actually. That's coming later, though. What this is really about is I'm just going to spoil the set for you by telling you what songs are coming up next. Someone who I can love wholeheartedly. All these failed infatuations aren't giving me what I need. Every time I get close, there are feelings reshape, sending a gust of wind through those clouds in my brain. And I'm left on a bridge between illusion and reality. Feel love on my lips, holding to be held, admire and be admired, respecting to be respected, someone to touch my skin, see me from within, to love me for my mind, look not with just their eyes, for it's the soul that conquers all. Send me someone, send me someone, send me someone. So now Ruben's gonna, we're trying out some new things tonight. Ruben's gonna be playing bass and piano and gonna figure out what I have to say in between changeovers. But I guess I'll just say a little bit about me. I'm from a little village in New Brunswick called Dorchester. And there's actually somebody in the audience from Dorchester who I grew up with. Her name is Naya. And it's kind of cool to have this full circle moment, you know, to have somebody from home be in a new home. So it's really great to have them here. Most people know Dorchester for the penitentiary. And I actually used to live right across from the penitentiary. But I was never afraid because if somebody were to escape, the last place they would want to go is Dorchester. So, you know, we wouldn't find out if somebody had escaped until they were back in. But it was all okay. I'm really happy to be living in Nova Scotia, away from a prison, in the beautiful Annapolis Valley, and I met these two at Acadia. And, the first time Ruben and I hung out, we wrote a song together. We had met sort of in the little hallway with all the practice rooms in Denton. And I was like, "Are you Ruben?"
I was like, "Are you Freya?"
And the rest is history, so. Because now he's producing my EP. This next one is called Black and White, and I'll let you pick your own meaning from it. that's all it takes for you to realize, to realize. Thanks so much. So I grew up in a musical family, except that when most people talk about that, they mean their family is close and nearby, but my family was all over the place. So I have musical family, but I didn't really grow up with them around. But my dad is a musician, and he studied music in the States. That's where he's from. He's from Connecticut. And he gave me this guitar when I turned 17 for my 17th birthday. And he showed me this next song we're about to play for you, called Walk You to Your Door. And he wrote the song while he was studying music in the States. And he just showed it to me one day, and he said, you know what, Freya, I am not going to do much with this song. Do you want to put your own twist on it? And I said, sure. Such an honor, you know, your dad wanting to give you a song that he wrote. And I don't know how relatable that is, but for me, it was pretty important. And so here's my spin on, or here's our spin on Walk You to Your Door. I heard you crying again last night, and I know that it just ain't right. How he's been doing you wrong, and it's been far too long since you've seen things in a better light. Don't turn away from me now, I've just got to get to you somehow. I'm just standing here absorbing your fears, brushing your tears away. When you're standing in the shadows and you think you're all alone, I'll be your guiding starlight, and I'll see that you get home. I am only your protector, though I wish I was something more, as I guide you through your darkness and walk you to your door. It hurts to see you hurt, and I just can't believe how he treats you like a jewel in his crown, but you don't wanna leave. And if I really thought I was better, that I could treat you right, I would cast aside all my fears and tell you how I feel tonight. But I'll just stand inside the shadows and accept that I'm alone, 'cause I have no guiding starlight, and I really have no home. Even though I can protect you and I can do a whole lot more, I have no choice but to leave you after I walk you to your door. For him and letting something die in you. I wanna believe that it's over, but there's nothing I can do. All I am is a substitute, something to help you cope. I wanna think that you'd have me, but I guess I should give up hope after I see to all your problems and scare away your deepest fears. After mending up your broken heart and drying all your tears, I'll leave you safe and sound right here, so he can take you in his arms. Then I'll go away, 'cause I can't stay. See, with him does me harm, and I'll become one of the shadows, forced to live alone in the ever-fading starlight, with no real place to call home. I don't need your protection, it's not what I was hoping for. I'll just fade away from memory, like this moment at your door. Like this moment at your door. A forgotten memory, nothing more. Like this moment at your door. A forgotten memory, nothing more. So, funny story. I recorded a demo of my version of that song, and I decided to take up the courage and show it to my father. And we were sitting in his basement studio a couple of summers ago, and he put it on, and I looked over at him, and I could tell that he was cringing a little. And so I said, "Hey, Dad, what do you think?" And he took a deep breath, and he said, "Well, Freya, I like it, but I don't love it." And that's not exactly what you want to hear from your father. It's okay. I was like, I understand, because, it wasn't the way he wanted the song to be, because, when you create something for my fellow artists in the room, you become very attached to it. And, there's this sort of sense of preciousness in wanting to keep it close to you, and not wanting it to change. You become set in this way of how it's supposed to be. And so I could understand on an artistic level. And he actually has this running joke. He thinks someday he's going to record his own version of it, and he's going to put it up online. And he thinks people are going to come up in the comment section and be like, "Hey man, that's a crappy version of your daughter's song." It is yet to happen, but I think he's manifesting that it will happen.
You're listening to Freya Milliken and her band live at the Rising Tide Festival held at the stage at St. Andrews in Halifax. And she can be found at freyamilliken.com. That's FREYAMILLIKEN.com. And we're online too. You can look up Songwriters from Here and Away on all the podcast platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and we'll have more shows coming up that you can attend as well. So do look us up. Now, back to the show.
I got to take part in this really beautiful songwriting camp in Lunenburg. And one of my fellow artists is actually in the room tonight. Everybody give it up for Adele, also known as Keeper E. Give it up for Adele. We became really fast friends. Were you undercover tonight? Is that what was happening? I guess I'm not being a good friend. I blew your cover. But we became really fast friends, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because it was so nice to just spend a week totally focused on songwriting and networking with other musicians and talking to other artists about their process and music. And one of the big things in society nowadays is social media and online presence, and I find it's easy to get really wrapped up in that sometimes when you're comparing yourself to other people and thinking, oh, I need to be at their level, but I'm still at my level. And this next song is about that, just trying to fit in and figure out who you are. and not wanting people to know that you feel alone, basically. So this is Chameleon. This last summer with Maisie Gilbert, who I think is also here, but I can't tell from the lighting. If she's not, that's okay, but she's here in spirit with this song. Here it goes.
Flipping through pictures of all that I'm missing. I don't want you to know that I'm feeling alone. So what happens when I reach the end? Will I take a breath? Will I make amends? Keep looking at the glass I can never get in. Is this my future, just my reflection? I don't want you to know that I'm feeling alone. I slip into someone I want you to see, 'cause I don't know who I want to be. There's no balance on a scale that doesn't exist. Got no room for myself in all of this. Oh, I don't want you to know that I'm feeling alone. So what happens when I reach the end? Will I take a breath? Will I make amends? Keep looking at the glass I can never get in. Is this my future, just my reflection? I don't want you to know that I'm feeling alone. I don't want you. 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 I don't want you to know.
Now we're gonna get a little weird. Do we like weird? Yep. Yeah? Okay, great. Maybe it's not that weird, but it's a little weird. So while I was at Acadia, I was able to study guitar with Jeff Torbert, and I'm a big Madison Cunningham fan. Anybody else in here? Madison Cunningham? Yeah. Yeah, great. I had been listening to her latest album, Revealer, a lot in the spring. And part of my assignment with Jeff was to write a song together, and where he would sort of guide me through my own creative process, which kind of sounds weird, but it was actually really helpful because he was able to point out things that I was doing that I didn't really realize I was doing, such as singing in mixed meter. And figuring out phrasing. We fall into tendencies in music and art, and it was really nice to figure out how to get outside of those tendencies and create something fresh and weird and hard for me to figure out, more or less. So this one is called Overstretched.
Sound of rain drumming on my window. I'm taking on too much again, nothing I can let go. How do you leave something you love? Insidious gift, this life that we live, stretching ourselves thin, 'cause we've got to. But now I'm clearing the dusty shelves in some distant corner of my mind. Echoes of the past been left and right, clouding my senses down the hallway. I can see your face with a sigh of disappointment. You turn away, nothing more to say. Table with friends, I tune into all the different stations on the social network. It's been 20 minutes since I spoke a word. How do you free something so stuck in a holding pattern? If there's a will, there's a way. I'm learning you can change without putting yourself down, so I'm clearing the dusty shelves in some distant corner of my mind. So much I want to tell you, don't want to get too close, but I want you near. I get scared and start pulling away. You ask if I'm okay, guess I can't hide. Left eye is twitching, it's written all over my face. Sunken and gray, oh, it's written all over my face.
Gonna throw a new one at you. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you've not heard me play, all my songs are new to you. But it's new to me.
And overwhelmed, yet sentimental, all the same, bombarded with change. No wonder we're exhausted, surviving by holding our breath. Could you hold me instead? The heat is rising on my skin, I can tell you're feeling it too. Press your hands into my chest, dancing on the edge, don't let me go. Sometimes I miss you even when I'm beside you. Maybe I just miss how simple it used to be. Our energies are getting pulled in all sorts of directions like marionettes, or can we just be in the moment? You ask for my advice, but I know you've already made up your mind. When the world is calling, you know I would cut the strings and let them fall. If you needed me like I need you right now, please never stop looking at me like the way you do. Please never stop loving me like the way you do. All I want is to feel your body pressed into mine at the end of a long day. Please give in, please give in, please give in. Oh, you are my one and only. You are my one and only. You are my one and only. You are my one.
We're gonna play two more for you.
is taking a hold of me. A few more days until you're leaving, and I just have to let it be. Saying goodbye never gets easier. It's a strange thing, time, how it moves through us day to day. And you're dear. We lean into each other with our sighs. A river of tears flood our eyes. We are the air that we breathe. We are the peace that we seek. Every time we must part, I'll hold you closer to my heart so we can stay here for a moment more. We lean into each other with our sighs. A current of passion keeps us intertwined. Funny how a heartbeat can rumble through the chest to a cavern deep. Hold it in the palm of your hand. Hold it for as long as you can. Release, rejoice, bodies and souls rejoin and melt into one. Can I have a moment more? We lean into each other with our sighs. The morning rays of sun peer through the blinds, gently reminding it's time to rise up and start again. Thinking of the pace of the day seems to spin me away. Oh, can we lay here for a moment more? I think of home, a safe place to rest my head. Even over the phone, I wanna be wherever you are, wrapped inside the loving embrace of your arms. Go to fancy places. Simple pleasures are what I really love. We can sit together comfortably in silence. Being in your company's enough. To say, curve of your spine is sometimes all I need at the end of the day. Share with me all that you're willing. I won't overly pry. Just know that I love you and you don't have to hide. You bring out the playful child within me. Even when the world tries to test us, we can sit safely inside a daydream and hold on to each other until the waves come. To be with you would be enough.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sticking around and listening to Songwriters from Here and Away. We appreciate the support. Please look us up online, reach out to us, and tell your friends about us. Share it up. We'd really appreciate it, and so would the artists. A lot of these artists have their music on Bandcamp, which is a great place to support your local artist if you can't buy their product in person. We're going to get back to Freya Milliken, and then after that, a few tunes that have come in, some new songs from different artists. Stay tuned.
Looking out my window, trying to soak it all in. Blissfully spaced out, wearing a foolish grin. My heart keeps pounding at the thought of her. Oh, how is it only September? I've never felt so bold at any time in my life, but something changed since we met that night. And I could tell from her body language that something was really there, and I'm not giving it up this time. She says to me, every word you say sounds like it belongs in a movie. I laugh and say, I guess it's the romantic in me, but I want you to know I'll never not speak the truth. Believe me when I tell you that this feels like falling in love, falling in love, falling in love. Yeah, this feels like falling in love, falling in love. And we feel so free. Talk about, can't believe this is real. So lost in euphoria, but our path is clear. It won't always be this simple, though we may try. Life can be a real handful, but it's better with her by my side. There's always so many changes, but we can stumble through them together. Still a kiss in secret, but I wanna run around with the rainbow banner. We'll get our chance one day. I know we'll get our chance one day. And scream from the top of our lungs, said this feels like falling in love, falling in love, falling in love. Yeah, this feels like falling in love, falling in love. And we feel
Let's hear you.
Hold me closely. Hold me closely. Just hold me closely.
Thank you for singing. So nice. I just want to take a second to thank Jocelyn, thank Leona, thank Phil, thank you, Robert, for filming this. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you coming out. I know Monday night is kind of a funny time, but any night's good for music, right? We're going to end off with the new single that's coming out in October. It's called Tumbleweeds. There's a live version up on all the places at the moment, but there's going to be a full band version coming to you very soon, and we're very excited about it. It's basically about trying to talk to somebody who doesn't really like to talk about things. We all have that person in our lives, or we are that person in our lives. Thank you so much for being here. Here's Tumbleweeds.
Won't you tell me what goes on in your mind? It can't be tumbleweeds all the time. Why don't you tell me something? Don't shrug and say it's nothing. I can tell from the look in your eyes that I said something and it crossed the line. I swear I didn't mean to, but I know that's no good excuse. Whoa, the silence can be so deafening, recurring conflict, and I'm left wondering how I could have avoided it. But you can't control an accident. Could you tell me how? 'Cause I'm getting desperate, gambling on emotions, but it's a game I never win. A game I never win. So won't you tell me what goes on in your mind? It can't be tumbleweeds all the time. Why don't you tell me something? Don't shrug and say it's nothing. Oh, I can tell from the look in your eyes that you're angry, but you never say why. Until it's too late, but it's never too late, 'cause you abuse the fact that I always wait. Oh, the silence can be so deafening, and my patience keeps on withering day by day, day by day. I don't know how many more days I've left until the ropes give, until the ropes give. Open the gate. I'm so afraid of losing you to the silence. So you tell me what goes on in your mind? It can't be tumbleweeds all the time. Why don't you tell me something? Don't shrug and say it's nothing. Can you tell from the look in my eyes that I'm tired of slipping on thin ice? If you don't tell me the truth, I'll never know. We'll keep spinning our wheels and repeat the cycle.
That's the full concert from Freya Milliken. Look her up. Catch her in a town near you when she's coming by. We'll close out the show with a couple of other tracks. First off, Jackson Weldon, a new fellow on the scene from Nova Scotia. This one's called Next to Me.
With the red dress on, give me your ears, let me sing you a song. I've got something that needs off my chest. These are the words, nothing more, nothing less. I like it when you're next to me. I like it when you're next to me. Oh, I like it when you're next to me, next to me. I'm sure I've made a few mistakes sometimes. I'm full of myself and I'm filled up with pride. That doesn't mean I can't make that change. Be the man that you want at the end of the day. I like it when you're next to me. Oh, I like it when you're next to me. Yeah, I like it when you're next to me, next to me. Next to me. Hey, young thing with the red dress on, I think I'm in love, so I wrote you a song.
If I say I'm doing well, I'm lying, so you.
And we'll close out with a great acoustic version of Aftermath by Rachel Cousins.
My heart is on my sleeve. Am I just too naive? We've been stuck in the aftermath, waiting for whatever comes after that. We don't wanna walk away, but every time we try to stay, we've been fighting the obvious reasons, avoiding the loneliness. When did love become a war? It never really was before. Can we go back before the aftermath? I know how hard we've tried to unravel these knots we've tied.
every time we try to stay, we've been fighting the obvious reasons, avoiding the loneliness. When did love become a war? It never really was before. Can we go back before the aftermath? Stuck in the aftermath, waiting for whatever comes after that. We don't wanna walk away, but every time we try to stay, we've been fighting the obvious reasons, avoiding the loneliness. When did love become a war? It never really was before. Can we go back before the aftermath?